Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 1-1 of May-June 2018 and of paper 1 additional mathematics. So let's move on to question number 1. So here we have two equations. The first one is y minus x equal to 4, and then this one is it's a long equation. So basically what we have to do is to solve these two simultaneously. We can use substitution method. So here see, we have y minus x equal to 4, so we can make y the subject of formula. So let's do y becomes 4 plus x, right? So now from this we can substitute that in this equation. So let's do that. So we have x squared plus y squared is 4 plus x squared minus 8x minus 4y minus 16 equal to 0. So now let's expand this one. Oh, I forgot this one. So 4y minus 4y should be 4 plus x minus 16 equal to. So let's rewrite this down again. So I forgot to replace y. So okay, so now we have this. So let's expand this and see what we have. So here will be x squared. This will be 16 plus 8x plus x squared minus 8x minus 16 minus 4x minus 16 equal to 0. So let's simplify. Here we have 8x minus 8x, 16. So we have 2x squared, and then we have minus 4x minus 16 equal to 0. So now you observe every number here is even, so we can divide everyone by 2. So that will be x squared minus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. So this is just a simple quadratic equation. We can factorize that pretty easily. So here we go. So x squared is x times x. What is 8? 8 is 1 times 8, or it can be 2 times 4. So we'll choose 4 and 2. For us to get minus 2, it needs to be minus 4 and plus 2. So value of x will be, x can be minus 2, x can be 4. Now for this value of x, let's find y. Y is equal to 4 plus x, which is minus 2. That will be 2. And y equal to 4 plus x, which is 4. That will be 8. So the 2 points of intersection is minus 2, 2, and 4, 8. That will be your answer for question number 1. Let's move on to question number 2. So here it says, find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line joining these 2 points. Let's call this point A and point B. Let's say A is here and B is here. For example, this is A, this is B. So what is the perpendicular bisector? It is the line that passes through the midpoint of A and B, and it goes at 90 degrees. So it goes at right angle and to the midpoint of A and B. So first step, let's find the midpoint. So midpoint M is equal to x1 plus x2 is 5 over 2, and we have 3 plus this, minus 2 over 2, which will be 5 over 2, and that will be minus 1. That is the x and y coordinate of the midpoint. So now how do you find the equation of a line? You first have to find the gradient. So first we need to find the gradient of AB. So let's do that. That will be y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That will be minus 8 over 3. So now if we have the gradient of this line, what is the gradient of this line? As we know, the line perpendicular needs to be 3 over 8 for the gradient. So we can use this and the passing point M, which is 5 over 2 and minus 1, to find the equation of this bisector. So let's do that. So we have to do, here this is x and y. So y minus minus 1 plus 1 over x minus 5 over 2 equal to 3 over 8. So let's cross multiply. You have 8y plus 8 equal to 3x minus 15 over 2. So simplify, you have 8y equal to 3x minus 15 over 2 minus 8. So what will that be? So let's find out. So my 15 over 2 minus, so plus 8. So let's try minus 15 over 2 minus 8, that will be minus 15 and half. So half will be 0.5. So let's express this in this form on one side. So let's do that. Let's bring everything to one side. We'll have 3x minus 8y minus 15.5 equal to 0. So that will be the value of. So here there's a catching point here. Even if you have this, we have to go back up to look. It says that we have to make it in this form where a, b, and c are integers. So if you observe, this one is not an integer, so it will not be good. So we have to multiply everything by 2. That will give me 6x minus 16y minus 31. So this will be your final answer, where all these numbers here will be integers. And that is question number 2. So question number 3, here we have diagrams A to D. They show 4 different graphs. In each case, the whole graph is shown and the scale is the same. So we have graphs A, B, C, and D. It is given to us. Another question, it says, place ticks in the box in the table to indicate which descriptions, if any, apply to each graph. Okay, so let's find out. So for the first condition, it is not a function. So how do you test which one is not a function? So we test this by drawing a vertical line. So if by drawing a vertical line, if it cuts the curve at more than one place, then it is not a function. For example, if I draw the line here, or here, or here, it cuts the curve at only one place. So this one is a function, good. But for this one, if you draw the line here, it cuts the curve at 2 places. So in that case, it is not a function. So B is not. Let's first write down B is not. Now, how about this one? If you draw one line here, it is 1. That is okay. How about this one? So same as well. So for the first one is only B is not a function. Now for this one, it is 1 to 1. It means that if I were to draw a line like this or like this, it needs to cut the curve at only one place. So let's try. So if I draw like this, that's okay. But if I draw like this, it cuts at 2 places, so it's not 1 to 1. So A is not a 1 to 1 function. So that would not be here. How about this one? If I draw like this, so 2 places, it is not 1 to 1. So this one, if I draw like this, only 1. If I draw like this, only 1. So this one is a 1 to 1 function. C. How about D? If I draw this way or this way, it's only 1 point. If I draw this way, it's only 1 point. So it is a 1 to 1 function. So now for this one, a function that is its own inverse. So we test this by because we have to know what is an inverse. Inverse is basically a reflection in the line y equal to x. So let's say if my curve was like this. For example, if you like this, reflection should be, the inverse will be like this. If that was f, that will be f inverse. So let's test. On A here, if I draw a line like this, it is not a reflection, so it's not good. If I draw something here as well, it is not a reflection. If I draw something here, it is still not a reflection. But for this one, you can see, if you draw a line like this, this one reflects on this one. So C has its own inverse. Now for the last one, a function with no inverse. So pretty easy. So let me go directly. If you were to draw a line like this, it has to cut the curve at 2 places. If it cuts the curve at 2 places, then it does not have an inverse. So let's see which one does not have an inverse. So this one is 2 places, more than 1. So this one does not have an inverse. So A. And let's check this one. So this one, only 1 place, doesn't count. So only 1 place, only 1 place. So only one here has no inverse, because when you draw a horizontal line, it cuts the curve at 2 places. So that will be question number 3. Okay. Question number 4, the curve is equal to y equal to a plus b sine cx, has amplitude of 4 and a period of this. given that the curve passes to the point, this is x and y, find the value of a, b, and c. So let's write this down again. In the normal form, that will be b sine cx plus a. As we know, this is the amplitude. This needs to be the number of cycles, and this is the baseline. So let's replace and find the value. So amplitude here, it says equal to 4. So basically, value of b is 4. So period is this, so t is equal to pi by 3. So how do you find t? Usually t you find by taking 2 pi divided by c equal to pi by 3. So let's find the value of c. So we can, this cancels out, and then we cross multiply, c becomes 6. So we have b and c. Let's find the value of a. So let's replace this back in the equation. So for now we have y equal to 4 sine 6x plus a. So we have to use this. So basically y is 2, 4 sine 6 pi by 12 plus a. So this will be 1. So a becomes 2 minus 4, which is minus 2. So let's check. Pi is 180 divided by 12 times 6. That will be 90. So sine of 90, that is 1, times 4, that is 4, and then a is equal to 2 minus 4, minus 2. Okay, so here the answers will be a is equal to minus 2, b is equal to 4, and c equal to 6. That will be the answers for a, b, and c. So now moving on to this part, draw this graph. So let's rewrite down the equation. Y equal to 4 sine 6x minus 2. So first thing we always do is we first draw the baseline. Baseline is this one, which is y equal to minus 2. Let's do that. So this is this should be what, 2 minus 2 minus 4. This will be 2 and 4. So baseline is 2. It should be here. So minus 2. That will be our baseline. Okay, y equal to minus 2. Now the next step is the amplitude is 4. It means that it goes by 4 up. So 4 minus 2 plus 4 is 2. So that's the max point of that function. And minus 2 minus 4 will be minus 6. So when we have these two lines, what does it mean? It means that the function will be in between those two lines. It will not go above or below. It will be in between those two lines. So now when we have 6 here, it means that we're supposed to have 6 cycles in 2 pi. So between pi, we will only have 3 cycles. Okay, so this is pi, which is 180. So pi equal to 180. So let's see, where do we have interesting values. So here we have 6x. So what we do all the time is we take 90 divided by 6. That will give me 15. So it means that at every 15 degrees we have something interesting happening. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interval. So let's divide them. That will be, so if you were to write those in degrees, this will be 180. So we can write this down in the meantime. So let's take x as in degrees, 0. That will be what? This will be divided by 6, that will be 30. That will be 60. That will be 90. This will be 120. This will be 150. And this will be 180. So let's find the corresponding value of y. Y for 0. So if y is 0, we have the equation here is y equal to 4 sine 6x minus 2. So if this is 0, this will be 0. So 4 minus 2 is 2. That's the first point. which is 0, 2. So 0, 2 will be here. That's the first point. And then what's the next one? Next one tells me it is it's minus 2. Yeah, my fault. Because 0 minus 2, it should be minus 2. So minus 2, it should be here. So not this one, but this one for minus 2. Now for 30, let's do that. So 4 sine 6 times 30 minus 2. Right, 30 is here, right? 30 will be 0 as well. Now let's try again, because we see that every interesting value should be in the 15. So 4 sine 6 times, bracket, 6 times 60. That should be minus 2 as well. Exactly. So as you can see, for these points, everything is minus 2. So minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, and minus 2. So what's happening here in between? So in between here, we must have 15, for which the value here is 1. And here we have minus 1. That should be 1, minus 1, 1, and minus 1. So we must be having 3 cycles, as we have seen here, 3 cycles in this drawing. So that will be what? This will be. So you have to make it as smooth as possible. So that's the first cycle. And then you have to keep going. Then the last one will be here. So as you can see, we have 3 cycles between 0 and pi. So this is 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3 cycle, and for every interesting values is happening with 15 degrees interval. It means that this is 0, 15 is this is 2, not minus 2, 2. 15 will be 2, and then 30 will be 0, sorry, minus 2 again, and then 45 will be minus 6, and then 60 will be back to here. Then this will be 60 plus 15, that will be 75, will be back up, and then back here. So it's more like every 15 degrees there's something happening. So that's what's happening, up, down, up, down. So as you can see, we have 3 cycles, and this is your graph for y equal to 4 sine 6s minus 2. Okay, let's move on to question number 5. The population P of a certain bacteria T days after the start is modeled by this equation. So state what figures 800 represent. As you can see, this is P equal to 800 E KT. If T were to be 0, then P will be 800. So it means that 800 represents the number of bacteria at the beginning of the experiment. This is what it means. Okay, so that will be question part 1. Now part 2, given that the population is 20,000 2 days after the start of the experiment, calculate the value of K. So basically at T equal to 2, the population P is 20,000. Find the value of K. So our equation is P equal to 800 E KT. So let's replace. P is 20,000 equal to 800 E KT is 2. So let's divide. Let's bring this over here. We will have K2 equal to 20,000 divided by 800. So let's do that. Divide by 800, that will be 25. So we take ln on both sides. We have ln e 2k equal to ln 25. So what do we have right now? E2k, sorry, this goes away actually. Ln e is 1, so we have 2k equal to ln 25. So k will be half of ln 25. Or if you want to simplify, you can also write this as 25 half, which is ln of 5. So value of k will be ln of 5. That will be part 2. Now moving on to part 3. Calculate the population, which is p, 3 days, t equal to 3. So find p when t equal to 3. So now our equation is what? It is p equal to 800. K is ln 5 times t. Okay, so let's do that. So let's replace t as 3 here. So p will be 800. T, we can put t, okay, let's do that, times, that is 3. So let's just use our calculator. So we have ln 5, e power that. So we have to multiply 3 first. ln 5 times 3, e power answer. So 3 ln 5, then e power times 800. That should give me 100,000. So this will be the population after 3 days. So that will be question number 5. Okay, so now let's move on to question number 6. So here we have to write this as a single fraction, a single logarithm to the base of 3. So here we have base 3, here we have base 2. So how can we convert this to base 3? So let's write this. Log 2 of p is equal to log 3 of p over log 3 of 2. So let's replace this back. What do we have? So we have log 3 of p divided by log 3 of 2 times log 3 of 2 plus log 3 of q. So this one cancels. So we have log 3 of p plus log 3 of q. So when we have addition for logarithms with the same base, it becomes multiply. So log 3 of pq. This will be your answer for part 1, part A. Okay, so now moving on to part B. Given that log base of a5 power 2 minus 4 log base of a5 plus 3 equal to 0. Find the possible values of a. So what can we do here? We can you can convert this if you want to. Let's convert log a5 because it's kind of hard to find the value of a when it's at the base. So let's do equal to log 5 of 5 log 5 of a. So basically this is 1 over log 5 of a. So let's replace. That will be 1 over log 5 of a square minus 4. Same thing. Log that will be 1 over log 5 of a plus 3 equal to 0. So now log 5 of a is kind of hard to know where it is. So let's just say let x equal to log 5 of a for now. That will be 1 over x square minus 4 over x plus 3 equal to 0. So let's multiply everyone by x square. We will have 1 minus 4x plus 3x square equal to 0, which is the same as 3x square minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. So let's factorize this as a normal quadratic equation. So that will be 3x and x. So what is 1? 1 is 1 times 1. So to make it minus 4, it needs to be minus 1 and minus 3. So minus 3 and minus 1, it will be minus 4. So x is equal to 1 over 3, or x is equal to 1. So now the value of x is log base 5 of a. So log base 5 of a is equal to 1 over 3. So a is equal to 5, 1 over 3. Same thing here. Log base 5 of a is equal to 1. A will be 5 of 1, which is 5. So here we have a is equal to this, or a is equal to this. That will be question number 6. Question number 7. Find the inverse of this matrix. So to find the inverse, we first need to find the determinant. So this is equal to cross multiply 4 times 3 minus 2 times minus 5, which is 12 minus 10. That will be 2. Then we have to find the adjoint matrix. So we have to change the position of these two. This becomes 3, 4. Change the sign, that will become 5 and 2. So from this, that will be inverse E is equal to 1 over determinant times adjoint matrix. So it will be this. This is the inverse matrix of this one. Now moving on to part 2. When you say hence, you have to use your answer from part 1. Solve this equation. So first step, let's send this to over here. We'll have 8x minus 4y equal to 5 minus 10x plus 6y equal to 7. So as you can see, this thing here is almost equal to this, almost. 8 is 4, minus 2 is minus, so minus 4 is minus 2, minus 10 is minus 5, 6 is 3. So what can we do? We can divide everything by 2. So let's do that. It becomes 4x minus 2y minus 5x plus 3y equal to 5 over 2 and 7 over 2. So now they are the same. Minus 4, minus 5, minus 2 and 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 2 and 3. So same. So now we can express this as a matrix. So let's do that. That becomes 4 minus 5 minus 2 and 3 times x, y equal to 5, 2, and 7, 2. So we have to solve this to find the value of x and y. So I hope you know this. So let's say we have ax equal to b. So to find the value of x, what do? We pre-multiply the inverse of a by a, and that will be inverse by b. So this goes away. We have x equal to inverse of this times b. So we are going to use the same technique here. To find the value of x and y, we have to multiply by the inverse of this function, so of this matrix. So we have found in the first one inverse equal to this. So basically same thing. What happens is this is the inverse of this one. That will be 3, 5, 2, 4 times 5 over 2 and 7 over 2. So now we just have to simplify. That will be half. So it's always rows by column. Rows will be 3 times 5 over 2 plus 2 times 7 over 2. That should give me 14 and a half. And for this one, rows by column. So 5 times 5 over 2 plus 4 times 7 over 2. That will be 26, 1 over 2. So simplify, times half, that will be 13, this, and this one will be 14, so 14.5 times half. That will be 7, 1/4. So here you go, the value of x and y. X will be the first one, which is 7.25, and y will be 13.25. You can write a decimal or you can leave it as this. Question number 8, part A. So given that P equal to this and Q equal to this, so let's write this down as this. So 2 and minus 5. Q is 1 and minus 3. So find the unit vector in the direction of this. So let's find 3P minus 4Q first. So 3P will be 3, 6 minus 15, 3p, minus 4q. That will be 4 and minus 12. So that will be 6 minus 4 will be 2, and minus 15 plus 12 will be minus 3. So that will be this. Let's call this vector w will be equal to this. So we have to find the unit vector in this direction. So how do you find a unit vector? You have to find the vector divided by its magnitude. So let's find this magnitude. It is equal to square root the first one square plus the second one square. That will be 4 plus 9, which is square root of 13. So this will be this vector divided by square root of 13. So it will be 1 over 13 square root, So 1 over this times 2i minus 3j. So we can write this down as 2 over this I minus 3 over this j. So this will be your answer for part 1. So now for part B, a river flows between parallel banks at the speed of 1.25 km per hour. A boy standing at point A, on one bank, sends a toy boat across the river to his father standing at the point B. So the boy is here and the father is here, and the boy is sending a toy boat to his father. But the speed of the river is at this speed. Now, what do we have? The toy boat, which can travel at v in still water, crosses the river with a resultant speed of 2.73 km along the line AB. So along this line, it goes with a speed of 2.73 km per hour. So part 1, find the value of v. So v is this one. So what is v? So as you can see, the boy needs to release the boat in this direction for it to go to his father. So this will be 1.25, this is 2.73, and this is v. So let's find the value of v by Pythagoras theorem. So very easy. So v square equal to 2.73 square plus 1.25 square. So v will be 2.73 square plus 1.25 square. That will be 3.0 kilometers per hour for the speed of. So part 2, we have to find the direction in which the boy points the boat to make angle theta with a line AB. So we have to find this angle. So very easy. As you can see, we have a right angle triangle, and whenever we have that, we can use SOHCAHTOA. So SOHCAHTOA. So what side do you want to use? Let's use this and this side. So this is the adjacent side, and this is the opposite side. Let's use tan of theta equal to 1.25 divided by 2.73. So theta will be, so let's do 1.75 divided by 2.73 tan inverse. That will give me 24.6 degrees. So your answer for part 2 will be theta equal to 24.6. So that will be question number 8. Question number 9, part 1. So find the first 3 terms in the expansion of this function. So very easy. So first 3 term of this expansion. So first term is 8 choose 0. Then we have 2x. This will be 8, and this is 1 over 16x 0. This always is equal. And this will be 8 minus this is 8. So then we have second term, it will be 8 choose, this was 0, this will be 1. So that will be 2x and minus 1 over 16x. As we know, this and this need to be the same, and this will be 8 minus 1, 7. And the third term will be 8 choose 2, that will be 2x, and then minus 1 over 16x. Again, this is 2, this will be 2, this will be 8 minus 2, that will be 6. So let's simplify. 8 choose 0 is 1, 2, 8, x 8, this will be 1, plus 8 choose 1 is 8, that will be 2 power 7 times x 7, and then minus 1 over 16x, plus what is 8 choose 2? So 8 choose 2, that will be 28. 28 choose times 2 power 6, x power 6, 1 over 16 square x square. So let's simplify one by one. So for the first one, what is 2 power 8? 2 power 8 is 256 x 8. And this one we can simplify, so we have 8 here, cancel, becomes 2, 2 cancel, becomes 6. So what is 2 power 6? Will be 64, we have minus here, so minus 64 x power, so this one goes away, so it will be 6 power 6. And then for the last part, it will be what? So here we have, so let's do it, 28 times 2 power 6 divided by 16 square. In terms of fractions, let's see what can we do in terms of fraction. So what is 16 square? 256. So 28 times 2 power 6 will give me plus 1792 divided by 256. Then we have, this should give me x squared 4. That will be x power 4. So simplify, in the end we have 256 x 8 minus 64 x 6, and this one will be divided by 256, that should be 7, plus 7x 4. So this will be the first 3 terms of this expansion. So now for this one, hence, so we have to use the answer in part 1, find the coefficient of this x power 4 in this expansion. So what is this one? This is 1 over x 4 plus 2 over x squared plus 1. And we can use the first 3 term, which is 256 x 8 minus 64 x 6 plus 7x 4. So let's find the coefficient of x power 4. So to make this power 4, we have to multiply the first term against this one to make it x power 4. Now, okay, now move on to the next one, will be minus 64 x power 6, and then we have to multiply by this one to make it x power 4. And the last one is just this one, plus 7x4. So let's simplify. x4, that will be 4, that will be 4. So we have 256 x4 minus, this will be 128 x4 plus 7 x4. So simplify, 256 minus 128 plus 7, that will give me 135 x4. So the coefficient of x4 is actually 135, and this will be your answer for question number 9. Question number 10, do not use a calculator, so we actually have to show every step in our work. So what do we do here? The first step is to multiply by its conjugate, that will be 6 minus this, and same thing for top and bottom. So for the bottom, you can see we have 6 plus this and times 6 minus this. As you know, when we have a minus b, okay, a plus b and a minus b equals to a squared minus b squared. Same thing happens here. So let's change that. Let's expand the top first. Top will be 30 minus 5 this plus 36 5, and then that will be minus 30 divided by a square minus b square. A square is 36 minus b square is 5. So this will be 30 goes away. Here we have 31 root 5 over 31. So your answer will be root 5. This is answer for part A. So you can show your work as well. You can expand step by step. So if you want to expand the top, let's write this down. So this times this, the top will give you this, which is 30 minus this, this, and this. If you simplify this, you get 31, 5. And for the bottom, if you do step by step, you have 6 square minus root 5 square, which is 36 minus 5, which is 31. So basically here we have 31 root 5 divided by 31, which is this, is your answer. So now part B, show that this can be written in this form where A and B are integers. So let's do that. So 3 power 0.5 is 3 power half times, what is this? This will be 2 power half times, so power 7. So this is equal to 3 power half times 2, 7 over 2. Right. So here we have to observe this, that this one is also equal to what? Equal to 2 half times 2, 6 over 2. I hope you can see that, because if you were to add those two, you get this one back, right? So this is equal to this times this. So this is, simplify, this is half times 2 power 3, right? So let's put it back in this equation. So here we have 3 half times 2 power half times 2 power 3. So let's take this one to the front. We have 2 power 3 is 8, and then the rest will be 3 half times 2 half, which is 8, and 3 times 2, we take half out, that will be 8 square root of 6. As you can see, this is in the form of A square root of B, where A is bigger than B. So this is your answer for part B. Now moving on to part C, let's solve this equation here, giving you answers in simplest third. So first step is to cross multiply. That will be x squared plus this x equal to 4. So let's bring 4 over here. We have x squared minus 4 equal to 0. So let's use the equation. A is 1, B is minus this, and C is minus 4. Right. So x equal to minus b, which is plus minus square root of b squared, which is 2, minus 4 times a times c, divided by 2, which is 2a. So simplify, this will give me 2 plus minus. So 2 minus 4 times 1 times minus 4, that will be 18. Square root of 18 over 2. So now what is square root of 18? It is square root of 2 times 9, which is 3 root 2. So replace, that will be root 2 plus minus 3 root 2 over 2. So now we have two values of x. X can be, for the first one, let's do plus 3 root 2 divided by 2. That will be 4 root 2 divided by 2. That will be 2 root 2. And the other one, let's do minus. That will be root 2. It needs to be minus, mistake here. That needs to be minus b. So this was plus, so b is plus this, so minus b. That should be minus here, and minus here. So minus root 2 plus this should give me 2. And then when I divide, it should give me 1. So your answer is root 2. Now here, we have minus, so we have to use minus here because we used plus here already. That should be this, over 2. That give me minus 4 root 2 over 2. That should be minus 2 root 2. So AX has two answers. That will be this one or this one. So this will be question number 10. Okay. So moving on to question number 11. Here we have a curve. This is Y, and this is the point A. So it says the diagram shows the curve which has a minimum at A. So find the coordinates of A. So we have to find X and Y for point A. So we know that A is the minimum. So we always say that at minimum point, dy by dx is equal to 0. So we first have to find dy by dx. So let's rewrite y in such a way. Y equal to 16x plus 27x minus 2. Let's bring this up for now. So finding dy by dx, so dy by dx will be what? 16 minus 54x minus 3. So now we have to equate that to 0 to find the value of x. So we send this over here. We have 54, x3 will be x this, 16. So we cross multiply. We have x3 will be 54 over 16, which is 27 over 8. So x will be cube root of this one. That should be 3 over 2. That's the value of x. So let's find the value of y. Y should be 16, 3 over 2 plus 27. That will be x squared, so 9 over 4. So simplify. 16 times 3 over 2 plus 27 over 9 over 4. That should give me 36. So your point A will be 3 over 2 and 36. That is my point A. So now moving on to part 2, it says that the points P and Q lie on the curve such that the x coordinate of P is 1 and Q is 3. So what it means is, on this curve here, we have a point P here and a point Q here. And let's join this. So we have a line PQ will be here. This is Q and this is P. And now the x coordinate, which is the x value here on this line, this is 1 and this is 3, is given to you. So the question actually is, we have to find the area. We have to find the area enclosed by the line and the curve. So we have to find this area. So how would you find this area? You have to first find area under the line, which is this big one, minus area under the curve. So let's do that. So first let's find the equation of the line PQ. So we know the x is 1, find the y value. So what is the y value for P? So replace x by 1, that will be 16 plus 27. 27, 43. So point P will be 1, 43. How about Q? Replace x by 3. So let's do that. 16 times 3 plus 27 over. So square will be 9. That will be 51. So 351. So now we have the 2 points of P and Q. We can find the equation of line PQ. So let's do that. So we can do something else actually. I think it's more easy. So as you can see, so PQ is a shape. It is a trapezium. So we can just find area of this trapezium. So what is this height? This height here is 43. And what is this height? It is 51. And what is this distance in between? It is 2. So since we know all this, we can find area of trapezium. So let's do that. So first one, area of trapezium is equal to half times sum of both sides. That will be 43 plus 51. And then times the length in between will be 2. So let's do that. That will be 43 plus 51, which is 94. So now let's find area under the curve. So pretty easy. We have to integrate between 3 and 1, and the curve is 16x plus 27 over x squared is this, dx. Let's solve and see what we have. So we have 16x squared over 2 plus 27x minus 3, sorry, minus 1, because we have to plus, so minus 1 over minus 1. And that will be in the limits of 3 to 1. So let's simplify. That will become 8x squared minus 27 over x for limits of 3 and 1. So let's simplify this. That will be 9 minus 27 over 3. That's the first one. Minus 1 minus 27. So let's do that. 8 times 9 minus, this is 9. That will be 63 minus 8 minus 27. 8 minus 27, that will be minus 19. So your answer will be 63 minus, so 63 minus 19, that will be 82. So for area below curve is 82. So what is area of the region? Area of enclosed region will be area of trapezium minus area under the curve. So 94 minus 82, that should give me 12. So answer will be 12 units square for the area that is enclosed by this line and the curve. So this is question number 11. Okay, so let's move on to question number 12. So here we have d2y by dx2 equal to this one. Now given that the curve has gradient 6 at this point, so what is gradient? Gradient is usually, it is dy by dx actually. dy by dx at x equal to 9 over 2 is equal to 6. This is given to us. Find the equation of the curve. So equation of curve is actually find the value of y. So how can we find y? So we'll first have to integrate. So dy by dx is equal to what? Integration of this one, d2y by dx2. And how do you get dy by dx? You have to, so how do you get this back to y? You have to integrate this so we can get y here. So let's do that one by one. Let's reverse it back. So first one, let's find dy by dx. We have to integrate this one. So dy by dx is equal to integration of this. That will be 2x minus 5 minus half dx. That will give me. So you first have to add 1 to the power, which is half, and then divide by the power times 2 plus c for the constant. So this is dy by dx. Simplify, this one cancel out. So we have this. So now we know dy by dx equal to 6 when x equal to 9 over 2. So 6, 2 times 9 over 2 will be 9 minus 5 half plus c, which is c equal to 6. This is 4, half will be 2. 6 minus 2 will be 4. So we have dy by dx equal to 2x minus 5 half plus 4. So from this we can find the value of y. So y will be integration of dy by dx. So half plus 4 with respect to x. That will be 2x minus 5 plus 1 power. That will be 3 over 2 divided by power and times 2 plus 4x and plus the new constant, which is d. So simplify, this will be cancelled. So now what do we know? We know that it goes to the point 9 over 2, and this will be x and y. So y is equal to 2 over 3. So 2 over 3 is equal to when x equal to 9 over 2. So let's replace x in this equation. So 2 times 9 over 2 will be 9, minus 5, power 3 over 2, divide by 3, plus 4 times 9 over 2 plus d. Simplify, that will be 2. This will be 4, so 4 power 3 divided by 2, that will be 8. So it will be 2 over 3 equal to 8 over 3 plus 18 plus d. So let's simplify. Let's make d the subject of formula. So d will be 2 over 3 minus 8 over 3 minus 18. So d will be what? So 2 over 3 minus 8 over 3 minus 18, that will be minus 20. So finally, your answer will be y equal to 2x minus 5 power 3 over 2 divided by 3 plus 4x minus 20. So this is your answer for the equation of the line, which is y. So that was the last question of this paper. I hope that was helpful, and if you guys have any requests or questions, please leave a comment down below. I will get back to you guys as soon as possible. On this note, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.